Hi there, I'm Carolyn Dickerson from Look Great, Lose Weight, SaveMoney.com. Today's edition is going to be about how to reduce lower back pain and hip pain. I often sit at the computer behind me for hours and hours a week, and unfortunately my computer's in my room. I don't have to move far from my bed to get to my computer, so that being said, you can imagine that I spend a lot longer on a computer than most people. But there are a lot of people who are stuck at their desks at day jobs and who do research online and who work online and who go online for social or pleasure. So there are a lot of people that are sitting down a long time every day. Of course, everyone knows that one way to reduce pain is to simply take some ibuprofen. You can take an NSAID or acetaminophen or whatever OTC medication that helps you the most. One way to reduce pain in your lower back and hips is to stretch. And you're just going to get up from your desk and stretch as high to the sky as you can. Really open your palms, elongate your body, elongate those muscles, and stretch up as high as you can. And get on your tippy toes if that helps. And really take the extra time to get a good stretch in. Of course, you can do side stretches too, which help a great deal. And you want to do these slowly with your legs slightly spread apart. And go as far down as you can comfortably without hurting yourself. And then of course you're going to want to repeat it on the other side. And really take the time and open up those muscles and stretch them so that when you sit back down again, you're not going to be as sore. Now, another way to reduce pain is to use one of these little knobby tools that is used in trigger point release. And each knob is a different size. You can pick these up at the store for a couple of dollars, and you use them to get into the areas that feel painful when you touch them. There are trigger points and there are tender points. Trigger points are deep in your muscles, and you have several of them not several, you have lots of them all over your body. Tender points are just painful areas that you feel when you push into an area lightly. It's tender. Trigger points are a little bit deeper pain, but you can use this tool to get in there and dig into the pain. Now, one other technique that I use to reduce sore hips and sore lower back pain is to push into the pain with an object around my house. And there's an object around your house that you can use too. It just has to be sturdy enough to handle your weight and the pressure that you exert on it from your body. So it absolutely needs to be sturdy. I like to use the end of my bed. It's a big knob, wooden knob that's absolutely sturdy. And also while I'm in the kitchen cooking dinner or lunch, when I feel areas that are sore, I use the kitchen counter, which is excellent. I mean, it's not going anywhere. Doorways are great. Railings along a deck are good as long as they're substantial. Anything that you can find to push into that you know is not going to move and is sturdy enough to support your weight and the pressure from you pushing on it is a good tool to use. Now, I sleep on my left side a lot, even though I start out on my right side because I'm trying to train myself not to sleep on my left side a lot or as much. I always seem to wake up in the morning on my left side, so I get sore in my left hip under my sacroiliac bone, which is just your hip bone, and it's along in here, and it can get sore really fast. But what I do is, or what you do, what I want you to do, is to simply lean into whatever sturdy object you're using, and you're just going to start stretching. And you're going, I like to put this knob underneath my hip bone, kind of where the joint, where my leg and my hip join. So you just got to kind of find your place that you like to start out with, and you can start anywhere. And you're just going to push into it and then start gently rolling, and you'll feel the muscles moving and you'll feel the bones, and you can move and try another area. Whatever you do, these are going to be really slow movements. You don't want to do anything fast. Now, you're going to want to bend forward, and that's another good stretch, is to touch your toes during the day. It's another good lower back stretch. And you're going to find trigger points. Sometimes they'll be in your gluteals, sometimes they'll be, well, they're mainly in your glutes, but you're going to find areas that are going to light up and feel like fire is in them, and that's good because that's lactic acid, and you need to get that out to reduce the pain. I might make some strange faces. Now, I haven't found anything that's on fire yet, but I'm going to keep moving, and one thing you can do is to lift your leg or simply stretch your leg out different ways. Now, I'm putting my leg behind me, and I'm just contorting my body a little bit to find those areas. They're deep muscles. Some of them are very short and they're very deep. They attach your leg to your hip or your hip to your spine. Now, I found one, but you see the position I'm in. I'm in a really strange position, and I'm just going to move my leg a little bit and see if I can find it in a better spot. Nope, that was the spot. So I'm moving back to where that was, and I'm just pushing into it. I'm not really moving too much at all, but they're very slow incremental movements, the ones that I am making. Now, I found another spot, and my area that's sore all the time is along my hip bone. And you're going to want to bend forward, as I say. Lean back, bend forward, but do everything you do slowly, and I swear you will get those areas, and I already feel better. I didn't even know I was in pain until I started doing this, and it's a great technique to use when you've got sore hips and sore lower back pain. And the last thing that you need to do is to drink plenty of water, because anytime you release lactic acid into your bloodstream, you need water to help flush that lactic acid out of your bloodstream, or it's going to settle right back into your muscles and cause pain again. So that's it for today. Today's edition has been how to reduce lower back pain and sore hips. My name is Carolyn Dickerson from Look Great, Lose Weight, Save Money.com. Cheers. And ciao for now.